Let's look at using the Program Development Specification Worksheet, at least the version I have so far. Now, first thing you always want to do is do a save as, save a copy, and put your name on it. Now, in this case, I'm saving a copy, but in your case, whenever you start a new document of any kind, go on and put your name on it and put the assignment in there, and it'll help me and it'll help you if you ever need to go back and look at something. And let's see, this is going to be the text minder program, so save that. So I'm going to start here. Date, this is 6/7/26. Number one, what problem does this program solve? And I guess those are actually lines. We can highlight and cut or delete. The traditional cut and paste mechanism only allows one cut at a time. An app is needed that will make multiple text, I'm just going to put text, available for easy copy and paste instances. Is as good a word as any. So that's my problem. And we'll just clean this up. Who will use this program? Any user from the keyboard. Didn't necessarily need to put from the keyboard in there, but it's not going to hurt anything. And we can clean it up a little bit. I might go back and take all those out. I like to put a space in between the sections. Plain English, what you want the program to do from start to finish. This, and I'm going to put Python in here, and GUI app, just in case there's no other place to put that. This Python GUI app will allow the display of multiple text. I keep calling them snippets now. That's somewhat confusing because I also talk about screen snippets. So hopefully from the context you can understand what I'm talking about. So multiple text snippets, and make those available via a button. So the snippet can be easily copied using the mouse, just in case we we need to clarify that. Yeah, I think I'll take these out. They're kind of annoying. So I'll fix that later. Inputs. What information must the user provide? And this is an explanation. So input will be various, and I'm going to put up to 20 text snippets provided by the user. And we don't need that. Outputs, what information should be displayed. In a GUI, just to be sure, 20 text boxes with a copy button for each. Processing. This particular program will not require any processing. No processing beyond saving the text snippets to a file and allowing files to be loaded as needed. So that's simplified this. Variables. The variables in this case, there's really not going to be any variables. It's just going to be something that happens in memory. So I'm going to put this. Not sure if variables are needed. We'll see. And since I'm not sure, I'm going to delete all that. Constants. Now I am sure on this one, none needed. What input validation? The inputs into the text boxes must be text. And there's really, I could put a stipulation here about how long. At this point, I'm okay with just allowing unlimited. Program logic. In this case, this little app here makes no decisions. So that's simplified that. User interface design, draw what the user will see. In this case, I actually have this thing working already. Here's what I want it to look like. But I've noticed that every time you start a new app development, you tend to go in slightly different directions, and sometimes you like the other directions better than what you have, although this does exactly what I want. So here's what I'm going to do. Windows key, Shift S, and I can do a screen snippet, and that puts it in the clipboard. And now I should be able to come right here and actually insert this. So we'll try this. You could also do this as a separate graphics file. In the case if you're actually using a drawing program to produce this and you don't have something to go on. So the rest of this is just an example that the AI is suggesting. So we can get rid of that. Let's see here. Will the program read or write files? Yes, both. Both. The user must be able to save the contents of the text boxes to a file and also load other named files of the proper type. Now I could specify here that I want these saved as text files, and there would certainly be an advantage to that. I've noticed that by default the AI will usually make these JSON files, which do have advantages as far as retrieval, but if you save it as a text file, one could probably create a text file just in a text editor and then have this app load that. Interesting. I think for now, let's try. Let's just do about an ASCII, text file. Let's put that in there and see what happens. You know, this is a first attempt. We might need to change that. What errors could occur if the user tries to insert something other than text into a box? There could be an error. So what do we want to do on that situation? So if there is an error, I'd say prompt user for proper input, continue. We don't want it to crash. Testing plan. At this point, with this type of application, I'm not sure how far we want to go into testing. I will say the testing plan would be input a number of text snippets, use the copy function for several snippets, save to file, load from file, and I'm reminded of something as I'm going through here, something that's going to be nice to include. And let's go back up and see where I want to put this. And what I want to include here is upon loading, upon startup, loaded the default file. if it exists. Let's just put it right here. Upon loading, the app should look for, I don't like the word loading there. How about upon app startup, the app should look for a file named default and load it if it exists. Okay, I like that. So let's see, we were down here with our testing plan, AI assistance. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about that, etc., etc. So this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to feed this into an AI. That'll be a separate video. And we'll see how it works out.